there! I wanted to share with you how you can paint a beautiful Protea flower using a gradated wash. But first, what is a wash? A wash is literally a single layer of paint you put down on paper. It can be in different shapes, colors, it can be nice and smooth, that is commonly known as a flat wash, but also it can be gradated, so the color is changing from a very concentrated one and going down to light and diluted. And it also can be mixed. So gradated wash is a layer of paint which you start with a very concentrated color with a dark tone, dark value, and then by adding some water, you cool down the color, creating nice and smooth transition. And the problem that beginners mostly have is that when they are adding that next stroke, inevitably they see that the two strokes overlap and you see this suture line, this line where the two strokes connect. So here I would like to show you how you can avoid that. What you need here is water. In watercolor, water is your best friend. So when you start working with a gradated wash, you want to have a very nice and watery yet concentrated pigment on your brush. Make your first couple of strokes depending on how large your wash is going to be. And then you want to dip your brush into water, rinse the excessive water, and then continue your stroke and pull the color down. But because the first stroke was watery and then your brush is still wet, the water helps to connect the two strokes together without sharp lines, connecting lines in between. Tilting your paper will also help to direct the flow of the pigment, and naturally, because the paper will be at the angle, the paint will just flow down and help you create nice and smooth color flow without any sharp lines in the middle. Now, imagine your wash is in the shape of a teardrop or a flower petal. The approach here will be exactly the same, with the only difference that you will also need to pay attention to keeping the actual shape of what you're painting. So let's paint a petal of Protea. Well, actually, this is not right. The correct name for this petal-looking element of Protea is called racks. So let's try to apply gradated wash to paint a rack. Take a concentrated pink color, for example, madder red, and start from the top. Dip your brush in water, rinse a little, and touching the edge of your previous stroke, pull down the color, making it a little lighter and also more transparent, because you removed pigments from your brush and added water. Let's take a closer look and try once more. Start bright and concentrated. Here, I leave a tiny white outline around to reflect the specifics of a Protea's rack. And then, after washing off some of the pigment from my brush, I continue my wash right where I left it, pulling a slightly diluted color down. Now, using this simple technique, you can paint the whole Protea flower bract by bract. I think there's more like 30 of them. I explain how to do it, and I paint the whole flower in real time with the demonstration and explanation in my online course in Watercolor Painting Academy. In the course, we talk about the unusual flower anatomy and how all the elements of this flower are called, which I didn't know about. Then we will look into the color palette and select the colors that we need for the minimalistic painting. I will show you how to use a color wheel correctly so you can mix darker tones for your flower and keep it harmonious. The sketching part will be fun and easy as well. I'm offering a downloadable outline of this exact Protea flower. So if you don't feel like drawing the flower by yourself, you can just download it, print it, or trace it on your watercolor paper directly. In the second part of this course, we will see how transparency, this amazing feature of watercolor, can help you create those nice shining yellow outlines on the leaves of Protea. So if you would like to paint this flower with me, step by step, you can enroll into online course already today, and the link is in description to this video. Hope to see you inside the course.